Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now October 1st of 2021. Now, one particular TV show that a lot of Star Wars fans are truly looking forward to is, of course, The Mandalorian Season 3, and let's not even forget about the Book of Boba Fett, which is all set and ready to drop on December 29th. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of fun and entertaining things from time to time and interact with you guys further. Now, we're in a very interesting month right now, so later on in this month of October, we're going to be getting that official teaser trailer of the Book of Boba Fett, followed by the official full first look at the Book of Boba Fett by November 12th on Disney Plus Day. So Bob Chapek, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, George Lucas, they're going to be making a lot of announcements on that day. They will be giving more updates on the Book of Boba Fett and what it really and truly entails, and giving us that big first look at the TV show and how Robert Rodriguez is going to transform Star Wars when it comes to that character specifically. Now, when we go ahead and focus on other TV shows, we obviously know that the Ahsoka Tano series is going to begin filming. It's all slated to begin filming by quarter one of 2022, and that's all going to be released in 2023. We also have The Mandalorian Season 3 filming right now as we speak, so there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on for the Mandoverse at large, because we have over a dozen projects being worked on simultaneously in different stages, some of which are in early development, some of which are being written in pre-production, some of which are being filmed right now. And I think that just goes to show you how busy John and Dave truly are and how dedicated they really are to the Star Wars universe. Now, when it all dwindles down to one Star Wars project that Lucasfilm is having a lot more problems with right now, has everything to do with, of course, the Acolyte TV series. So, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their new Star Wars universe, with shows like Kenobi and the Book of Boba Fett, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni meanwhile are working very close with George Lucas on the overall direction of the Star Wars franchise and where it will all lead. Now, currently, Lucasfilm is said to be having major issues with one of the Star Wars TV shows for Disney Plus for multiple reasons, and that this mainly has to do with the Acolyte TV series by Kathleen Kennedy and Leslie Headland. Now, recently, Kathleen Kennedy had fired a handful of co-writers from the project that were working with Leslie Headland that ended up being a cause for the extensive rewrites that took place just last month. However, now more problems are beginning to emerge for the series, as one of the co-writers working with Headland recently backed out of the project, and that Disney is now in the process of delaying the Acolyte TV series for the first time being. Now, the original goal was to get this released by the end of 2022, however, that is said to be no longer happening. This is due to the fact that Disney CEO Bob Chapek called the shots on delaying the project as it's running into too many problems and that it needs tons of work on the script, which both Leslie Headland and Kathleen Kennedy are currently looking over right now. Now, the series is set to now not only, of course, begin filming until sometime in mid-2022, and that the series is set to be delayed for a release all the way into 2023 instead. Kathleen Kennedy is described to be furious over this call by Bob Chapek and wanted to really push this show to release next year instead of 2023. Now, additionally, other problems that Lucasfilm faces with the show is the fact that they are trying to keep the show at a certain budget, which, of course, with the demands by Kathleen Kennedy and Leslie, it's not looking good to actually pretty much have Disney CEO get wrapped up in all of this. Now, with that being said, alright, given that Leslie Headland is indeed working on the show further, there are other negotiations, such as the Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, coming in, looking to go over the set budget, causing the Disney higher-ups to actually step in and regulate the show. There have even been talks of dialing back on some episodes, which are currently planned to be 12 episodes in total. Chapek believes that this may be well too long of a series if they are already running into problems, and that they may shorten the show down to 8 or 10 episodes, depending on Chapek's decision that will be made by this November. Kathleen Kennedy and Leslie Headland are said to have gotten the script in final order, somewhat, but that they have to get it all in final order in order to present this to, of course, Disney to go on when principal photography can start for the series. Now, Bob Chapek is very upset with Kathleen Kennedy from all of these mistakes and poor leadership skills that she put upon the cast and crew for the show. Some sets were even built that had to be taken down due to the rewrites that happened not so long ago. Now, this major delay for the series is not working well with Kathleen Kennedy, as it is creating a bad image of herself for the series and what's to come for the Star Wars TV show. They are also in need of some additional actors to cast for some roles. So you guys may or may not be aware that there was going to be a vision by George Lucas involved in this TV show. I don't know if you guys knew about this, but for the Acolyte TV series, there was supposed to be a major part of George Lucas's ideas and concepts that were going to be thrown into the Acolyte TV show. Now, this mainly had to do with the prophecy of the Chosen One and something to do with Anakin Skywalker. They wanted to create visions of Anakin in the show that was going to feature Hayden Christensen in front of one of the main characters. This was all taken out of the series. It was all deleted by Kathleen Kennedy. You know, she crossed it out in the script, did away with it, and threw it into the trash. That's what she did. Now, given that she broke another promise between herself and George Lucas, I think it just goes to show us that Kathleen Kennedy is relentless when it comes to not respecting others, at least others that only want the best for the Star Wars fans, right? And we can see that. We can absolutely see that. Now, the other thing that I think a lot of fans need to know that's absolutely important about the show is the fact that it originally was supposed to have major connections in a positive sense to the prequel trilogy era. Now what Leslie Headland is doing is that she is actually on a path to creating some specific retcons to the series that'll be done in the Acolyte TV show. So she wants to create prequel trilogy retcons in the Acolyte TV series. Now that to me I think is a bit of a worry, given that we're not quite sure how extensive those retcons will be or how negative they're going to be on the prequel trilogy movies. And let's face it, I mean, a lot of fans love the prequels. They don't want any of those movies to be messed around with, but that's exactly what Leslie Headland is on the path to doing, and it's very possible that she could be doing this in a negative sense instead of a positive sense. So I think it's very much important that a lot of fans, if they don't like this show, they should definitely voice their opinion. You know, let Disney know what they think about this TV show. Very similar, absolutely similar to what had happened with The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. The fans voiced their opinions, and you can see what they are now doing with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni to kind of fix the franchise and bring it back to the normal, right? I think that given that George, John, and Dave are working together as a team, we have a lot coming. We have a lot of great things coming for the franchise. A lot of fans are really excited for the Kenobi series, for Mando Season 3. I think that, obviously, the Acolyte TV show has been going through a lot of trouble for a very long time now. And it's pretty apparent at this point that, well, I always said this from the very beginning, that I don't believe that this show is going to see the light of day, but we'll have to wait and see. I could very well be wrong on that, but I just feel that this show, there's something not right about it. There's something just going on with the show that just gives me the idea that it's going to become canceled indefinitely. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens with that later down the road. Let me know what you guys think about all this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.